Let's take a look at the chart action for Cardano. Okay, so let me show you what I'm thinking about with Cardano. Let's go ahead and delete this green one. We don't really need that. So we had support right here. We had support right here. We had this trend line. Ever since we broke this, I hadn't been really paying attention all in this area. I was just kind of waiting for it to come down and hit this 105 bottom. Down here we had support. I've been talking about this in my videos. I think this 105, or it goes down a little bit lower, maybe $1, is a pretty good level, and that's where I had my limit order when we started falling down here. We hit that level right now, and it looks like we're kind of getting a bounce. Let's go deeper into the chart and see more details. I just wanted to let you guys know that that's where I had my position. I have a position at 105 right now, and it does look, let's go ahead and just delete everything and we'll start from scratch. All right, so we have resistance, 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 and then support, support. Let's go ahead and draw some trend lines. You can kind of argue this is two different ways. We might have a little channel pattern like this, or maybe a little triangle pattern like that, or more of a triangle pattern where we have something like this. So I think it does look like we're breaking this resistance and this resistance. We have a trend line going down like that. We are breaking that to the upside right now, and we do have support right here, support right here. We are watching this uptrend as well. What I'm thinking is that it's riding this uptrend until we break this uptrend going to the downside. Then we're coming up to maybe test this one, and then if we could break this one, then that will be an even better signal. I don't really have a clear target for this triangle pattern. What I was really thinking is maybe targeting this trend line. If we could break this trend line going to the upside, then I'll be able to target, or then I'm thinking of targeting from the top to the bottom of this bigger pattern right here, and then we could drag this to the breakout, maybe something like this if we break to the upside. I mean, right now, like I said, we are trending up. Let's see if we can keep this momentum moving to the upside. One thing I just noticed right now is we also have resistance right here, resistance right here. Let's go ahead and do another trend line, maybe something like this. I think if we break this trend line, this might give us some trouble right now, but if we could break it going up, then I'll be more confident on this target up here, maybe sitting at around 1.12. And then if we could break 1.12, then I'll be looking at maybe 1.25. And it kind of lines up with this previous resistance right there at around 124. And if we move up, it's possible that we keep going up. The next spots that I'll be looking at is right here and right here. These spots are sitting at around 141 and around 1.61. So I think we have a few steps to get through first. Like I said, this one's price step 1, and then this one's step 2, and then step 3, because we have this little, I don't know, we'll see what happens when we get here, and we have this too, but I don't know. That's basically what I'm looking at. I think in general, Cardano is trending up. Like I was saying, if we break it going to the downside, that'll give us a signal that we might be coming down to test, to start looking at, instead of the resistances, looking at the support levels, something like that. So if we start breaking this one and this trend line right here, so it's possible we come down, hit the trend line, get a bounce, and stay in this triangle pattern. But let's just delete everything. The main thing I'm watching right now probably is this uptrend right here. Until we break this going to the downside, then I'm looking at resistances. Once we do, if it does break it going to the downside, then the next thing that I'll be looking at are the support levels, just to kind of simplify what I'm kind of looking at. And then we have the steps that we're going to try to get through. Like I was saying, we have one right there and one right there. If we break this one, then we'll start looking at this one. If we could break this one, then we can start looking at the other ones. Right now, it does look like we're in between a resistance and support, something like this. So let's see what happens right now. It does look like we're kind of in, not a triangle pattern, but resistance and support. And we'll have to wait and see if we break up or we break down. Right now, we've been trending up. Let's see if that continues. Like I said, I have a position at around 105, which is right here. So let's see what happens. It's been kind of going in and out on that position. It hasn't really broke out too hardcore yet, but let's see what happens right now. Like I said, I think 105 is a pretty good spot just because we had so much support over here. Look how many times we hit that line right there. We wicked down a couple times all the way from up here, boom, got support on it, and then bounced back all the way up. That's just what I'm kind of thinking. Let me know what you guys think though. If you have any questions, check out my Discord. And if you're new to trading, check out this video right here. It's a video about trading and selling basically some of the strategies, and it can explain maybe some more things that I talk about in this video. All right, if you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.